The reasons for pollution, the reasons for climate change, is the fact that our world has been inefficient. We have wasted energy, natural resources, we have wasted food production, we even waste the waste because we could use the waste as a resource. So we have been completely crazy in the management of the economy and the world in general. Which means that today, if we start to be logical, even more than ecological, just logical, we will start to be more efficient. We will start to deal with natural resources in a better way with new technologies. And what gives hope is that the clean technologies, the renewable energies, were much too expensive in the past. And now they are not only affordable, but they are even cheaper than fossil fuels. In half of the world, you produce electricity with solar energy or wind energy for cheaper than gas, oil, coal, or nuclear power. And this has to be known. But of course, it's not enough to know it, you have to implement it. So we need to speak the language of profitability and job creation when we protect the environment. And today, fortunately, and this gives hope, it is more profitable to protect the environment than to destroy it. There are a lot of people who say, oh, we are not the biggest polluters. The biggest polluters are in America, in China, or so on. And they say it's not worth doing anything. But it's wrong. It's wrong not just for the environment, but it is wrong because the one who get the most efficient, the cleanest in their industry are the one who will make the most profit. Because carbon emission is not only a marker of pollution, it's a marker of inefficiency. If you produce a lot of carbon, it means that you waste a lot of energy. Because if you are honest with what is happening today, the regulation is allowing people to pollute. The regulation is so laid back that it's based on old technologies that are outdated. And today you can put as much CO2 as you want in the atmosphere, as much plastic in the ocean, as much toxical things in the ground, in the water, in the human bodies, in the food, and so on. And this is not normal. So several big companies will tell you, what we do is legal. Why should we change? The climate youth wants to change the system, but they are not the only one. A lot of people want to change the system. What is the system that we had before the coronavirus crisis? It was a system making the world unfair, fragile, polluting, dangerous, unstable. Of course we need to change the system. It's not only the youth who is asking for that. Now we have to build a system where we encourage what is efficient and clean, with regulations that are relevant. And we also need to understand that the financial system that is based only on the short-term profit is dangerous. You influence the politicians by showing them what is profitable, what creates jobs, and show them that it's an advantage for them. And the politicians, they want to be re-elected. So we work with the media in order really to push this message, and meeting politicians, and the big leverage for this is the portfolio of solutions that we are selecting. I tell them, if you want to make more money, create more jobs, and be re-elected, there are hundreds of solutions to do that. And this is a language that they like, because it makes them much more popular. I have the energy to fight for quality of life, because I'm a medical doctor originally. I want quality of life for all people. I want people to be healthy and happy. And as an explorer, I love to explore new ways of thinking and new ways of doing. This makes life very exciting and it makes it very useful. It's difficult to tell to everyone what they have to buy, what they have to use, and so on. But mainly they need common sense. They need to buy more local. They need to be sure that there is not too much packaging. They need to choose products that are not made by children in developing countries. They need common sense. But there is one moment where everybody can change the world. or at least his country. It's when people have to vote. And in Switzerland, there is one thing fantastic. You can vote for people, not only for parties. And today you have people who are candidates for the elections. They are on the left wing, the center, or the right wing, and they officially care for the environment. They care for doing good. And you have other people, left, center, or right, who absolutely don't care about the environment, they just care about themselves. We have to vote for the one who care about the environment. Left or right, it's not a question of party, it's a question of candidates. And here, everybody can make a difference. I think we are today in a dilemma between the people who want to fight against growth, which leads to a social chaos, and the people who are for a so-called illimited growth, which means that we will face an ecological disaster. None of them is bringing a good quality of life to people. I think we have to go for a third way, which is qualitative growth. Qualitative growth is when you create jobs and you make profits by replacing what is polluting by what is protecting the environment. And here you have a way to reconcile ecology and economy.